Mike Jones Beats.
BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a beautiful morning. Couple of things we're going to talk about today. I didn't already have this schedule, but I want to talk about a Meek Mill situation with Nicki Minaj. Apparently, Meek Mills is upset at the Shade Room. Meek Mills is consistently upset at bloggers for some strange reason. He doesn't like the way the information is reported. I'm gonna have a video out on that later today. We will have a video out on that later today. That's one. Two, I think a lot of what we're gonna be talking about is conversation that if you don't like black people, you might not want to be here. If you don't understand that black people have a certain problem or a certain issue in America, you probably don't want to be here. I'm not playing with nobody, not one more second. Whenever I see people coming here and posting racist, I don't care if you was in here since before the channel started. I'm just kicking all racist commentary, period. Sometimes when people say things racially or try to be racially disruptive towards black people, sometimes I give them a little bit of leeway. As far as when somebody says something racist about another group of people, I'm really quick to kick them. I think that I'm going to practice my own, and I don't care who you are. If you coming in here and you speaking or you saying anything that goes any of the racist narratives, I'm just going to kick you. I don't want to have, I don't feel like having those conversations anymore. I think it's a waste of time at this point. I think that if you're a grown adult and you still don't understand that black people have different issues than other individuals in America, just in the world in general, I gotta post a shit show y'all, but in America, if you can't understand that black people have certain issues that they have to deal with in America, and whenever somebody say, well, black people need to do this, or we need to work better for this, or this is one of the ways that our problem can get solved, and your answer is everyone, rather than understanding that black people are marginalized, black people are raped, black people are killed by our own, yes, and by others outside of our race, and so that we need to speak about black love. And if you don't understand that we need to speak about how we need to bring black people together, I don't care who you are, I don't care how long you've been here, I don't care how long we've been cool, I'm just accepting that energy zero. I'm not accepting any of that energy, any of the making excuses for why black people don't deserve this or don't deserve that, any kind of conversation going towards in that direction at all. I'm just not accepting it. I'm just kicking you. If that means that this is the end of the BBN network because I won't accept people, I don't want people around with that type of energy, then it just is what it is. But that's what I'm giving out, period. I already know that there's a couple of people that's been here for a while that like to say things that are extremely, to my degree, anti-black. I'm not going to say nothing either. I'm just going to kick people, and I'm not even going to say nothing about no bags. I don't care who you are. That's about the third time that I said that. I just want to be extremely clear. We live in a time where black people are, where we don't try to speak positively about black people. It's a wrap. And I think that that's a shame that a black man like myself can't speak positively about black people without somebody coming along and say, well, everybody. No, we have different issues than you, because we talk about our issues. Or we only allowed to talk about issues everybody have, but we're not allowed to talk about issues in my community. That if it's an issue that every community have, we can talk about that. But if it's an issue that only my people suffer from, then we can't talk about it. Yeah, so everybody that come in here with that type of energy, I don't care who you are, I'm just kicking you. That's that. I just wanted to make sure that was clear. I just want to make sure that was clear. Because last night we had a person called Gorilla 2 times or whoever the fuck. I don't know who that was behind that account, but that person's a racist. I don't care if they got black kids. I don't care who they got, black friends. I don't care what. That person's a whole racist. And shout out to them. I'm going to call out the drops from yesterday real quick. I don't care who it was. That person's a racist. As soon as somebody starts saying anything positive about black people, we can't talk good about black people unless we talk good about every human being. But we can talk good about other races. But when we talk good about black people, then it has to be everybody. But if we're talking good about other races, then that's cool. We don't have to mention everybody. But if we're talking good about black people, we have to mention everybody. Some people is just shit people, just bad people, just terrible people to be alive. Anyway, what up, Rude? Shout out to Rude Jones with the $5 drop. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $4.99 drop. Shout out to James S with the $5 drop. Shout out to DZ with the $5 drop. I think that and just so we could be clear, shit like this, I'm calling out the drops that just happened. And just so we could be clear, shit like this hit me a little bit different because I was literally in a black community that I grew up in, my family, my black community that I grew up with. And there was a lot of that slave mentality. We can't allow for you to ever talk good about yourself. You understand? We can't allow for black people to ever talk good about themselves. We can't allow for black people to ever feel good about themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that hit me a little bit different. So yeah, any of that energy, I'm kicking you. And I don't care who you are. And I think I said that enough times so that when it happened, because I already know it's going to happen because somebody's going to try me. So I already know it's going to happen. So that when it happened, you understand I've done said what I said. This is my piece. I think that black people should have the right to talk positively about them and their culture. About them, their culture, the people in their culture. For everybody that feel different, this ain't the place for you. With that being said, shout out to Bree Power with the $5 drop. Shout out to James S with the $5 1 cent drop. And just so we could be clear, I stopped doing the saloon a couple of days ago, like last week sometimes. The main reason why I stopped doing the saloon is because one of the reasons why I stopped doing the saloon is because I know that people like the saloon or whatever, and that does, make the channel a little bit more fun or whatever the case is. But this is also a holiday, so I'm assuming that this isn't the right time for us to be doing extra criteria. If somebody wants to donate to the channel, I definitely appreciate it. Obviously, that's dope. But at the same time, I understand that people got other obligations. So therefore, that's why we have not been doing the saloon. I'm literally thinking about other people before thinking about myself. I was gonna mention that, but I had got a text from somebody last night. and I guess they think that I was upset over something else, and they mentioned something about drops. I appreciate the drops. Thank you very much. I need the drops. Thank you very much. Even more importantly, but I think that you and your families are also important. So I haven't been doing a lot of the things that we have been doing that makes the channel a little bit extra fun. They get people extrally in the mood, and I dialed back off of that even before Christmas came for like almost a week. So yeah, I'm literally about the shit that I say I'm about. Anyway, shout out to Prince to Emil. How you doing this morning, Prince to Emil? Salute. What's up, James S? Prince to Emil says, good morning, everyone. James S says, salute, Frost, BBN family. What up, King Will? I see you with the green on today. Salute to that. You said top of the morning, BBN. Salute, Frost. Shout out to Bree Powell with the $5 drop. This sniper! Definitely appreciate it. No comment. Clint Eastwood eyes. Who else we got up in here right now? What up, James S? With the $5 1 cent drop. It looks like it's a petty war because he got his eyes popped out. Also, we're looking for $5 to $10 drops to the Cash App. We're always looking for $5 to $10 drops to the Cash App because I'm trying to encourage use of the Cash App and $10 drops. Who else we got up in here? What up, Mark Hernandez? He said, "What's good, Jack?" Mark Hernandez says, "I feel you, man, trying to uplift your people." I think it has, uplift is definitely an appropriate word. Let's not get this wrong. But if our words become our existence, then we should be speaking what we want to be into life. So we should be the person that we want to see more of. So if there's a type of person in that you would like to see more of, you must become that person. You can't say, I want to see more honest people, but you decide you don't want to be one of the said honest people you want to see more of. So anything that you want to populate the world, anything that you want more in our society, you should attempt to, if possible, become more of that thing, if that makes any sense. So I'm just trying to bring my words into action, to speak my words into existence. There's lots of things I would love for myself, but at the end of the day, if we could have some of these community things going on, it'd even be easier for me to get to my own goals. So it's important to me that all races look at themselves positively and have a good perspective of who they are, because I'm gonna let you know something right now. This is something a lot of people don't understand, but you know that saying, hurt people hurt, right? Hurt people hurt people. Well, that's one of the reasons why we got so many problems in our community as it is. We're just passing down hurt and pain from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. It's the same hurt and pain. It just looks different because people have different access to different tools in order to be able to inflict harm or whatever on somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, hurt people hurt people. So let's try to encourage positivity. Let's try to encourage strength. Let's try to make people feel good about themselves, because if people feel good about themselves, they're less likely to go do negativity to other people. They're less likely to go cause other people pain. They're less likely to go try to mess up other people's lives. They're less likely to be a hindrance. You understand what I'm saying? If they're happy with who they are as a person. So let's try to encourage more positivity in that manner, if that makes any sense. Susan Boyce Padell says the sins of the father. I think that people just have a problem with black people talking positively about other black people, just black people in general. And I think that whenever you have a black person speaking positively about black people, you're almost always gonna have somebody come up that's gonna try to change the conversation, because we're not allowed to speak positively about black people. And a lot of times those people are gonna pretend to be your friend. They're gonna pretend like they're cool with you. You understand what I'm saying? But in reality, you better not be talking positively about black people around them, because they gotta have an issue. You feel me? And that's just what we living in, and that's what it is. Did I say what's up to Liberty Hazelton? Salute to Liberty Hazelton. Alright, so for everybody that don't know, Meek Mills is really going in on the blogs as of lately. And there's a couple of things that I want to say about this, right? And the number one thing that I want to say is this. Do you see how Meek Mills is constantly going at these blogs? First he went at DJ Academic, second he went at Shade Room. I'm going to say something, and I want this to be extremely transparent and clear. You know how one of the things that I say is, there's a couple of things that I say we're going to discuss. One thing is, I say it, you say it all the time, I don't say it as much no more, but I'm going to leave all the BS in that moment and I'm going to move to the next moment. So something happens in this moment, I'm not going to carry it to the next moment with me, because it's only going to be a hindrance. It's only going to hold me back. So I'm going to leave it in that moment and I'm going to go to the next moment. And then boom, we're going to do what we do from there. That's something that Meek Mills need to practice, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Because I don't think Meek Mills is inherently wrong about some of these things that he's complaining about. I don't think Meek Mills is inherently wrong about some of these things that he's complaining about. I think that some of these things that Meek Mill was complaining about, Meek Mills is 100% on point with. Meek Mills is basically, I think one of the issues that Meek Mills might have is that he might not be the best orator. He might not be the best speaker, especially on the spot. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Meek Mills isn't the type of person that could get into a roundtable debate and look good. You understand what I'm saying? What up, Terry Witherspoon? Hey, I haven't seen you in a stupid long time. Meek Mills is the type of individual that he's going to get into one of these debates and he's just going to look bad because of the way that he speak, and he doesn't know how to explain what he means very well. So at least it doesn't seem that way. So I just want to say this real quick. Meek Mill's having a problem with DJ Academics is 100% viable issue, but the problem he has with DJ Academics doesn't extend to himself. See, he really has a whole different problem with DJ Academics. But the problem which he was complaining about, it doesn't extend to himself. That's not a problem that he has. It's a problem that exists. What up, Susan Boyce Bedell? Didn't I say good morning to you already? Did I miss you? So that problem is a problem that exists, but me came from Chirac. Academics hasn't been reporting on Meek in the way that he's been reporting on other people. So this problem isn't a Meek Mill problem. The problem that Meek Mill has is when the whole thing with Drake was going on and Meek Mill was getting dragged. So Meek Mill says bloggers need to be more responsible. Then he brings up the Shade Room. Now this, I particularly like the Shade Room. I think that the whole concept and the idea is kind of dope. I think the problem is people think the Shade Room is something other than what it's supposed to be. It's the Shade Room. That sounds more like an opinionated post, right? Where they throw shade at, right? Right? That doesn't sound like somewhere where they have an abundance in perfect honesty and respect, because I've seen them do great reporting, so this is in no way disrespectful to them. I'm just talking about what it seems like the concept of their creation was. I'm not talking about what they are currently, but it sounded to me like the concept behind their creation had more to do with gossip, right? So if the Shade Room is doing gossip, they're not doing anything wrong. Shout out to DZ. You get what I'm saying? It sounds to me like when the Shade Room was created, it was created behind the concept of gossip media, right? So if the Shade Room is doing gossip, they're not doing anything wrong. So he can't get mad at them for doing gossip. You get what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, that's literally what they are. So I say all that to say this. If Meek Mill was busy leaving his problems in this movement and moving to the next movement, you know what Meek Mills would do? Hey, Meek Mills, you a big dog, right? Why don't you go pick one of these smaller YouTube content creators, these smaller vloggers, these dudes that don't got all the publicity in the world, and why don't you give them a fucking interview? Why don't you go talk with them? Why don't you stop complaining at the people that you wanna, that these other people don't fuck with you and you don't like the way that they doing it? And why don't you go contact somebody that you do like the way that they're doing it and give them some clout? Big them up, put them in a position so they can start winning. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So that's why when I've seen, what up K Days? That's why when I see when Meek Mill was complaining, but I'm like, yo, but look, Meek, you a big enough name that it don't matter who you interview with. that you make the interview. If Meek Mill goes on Vlad, that's Vlad, but Meek is big enough that Meek still makes the interview. If Meek goes on Joe Budden is big, but Meek still make the interview. If Meek freaking interviews with the dude that holds the door at 7-Eleven, that's still a Meek interview. Meek went and spoke to some kids outside that was selling water. Now all of a sudden, everybody pulling up on these kids selling water, trying to give them the bag. Meek is the interview. So Meek can't, this is just me talking, from me understanding what I understand about business in the YouTube and the algorithms and all that shit. If Meek is going to stand there and complain that the Shade Room, and I'm going to explain to y'all what happened in a minute, but if Meek is going to stand there and complain that the Shade Room, that DJ Academics, that all these other people are doing shit that's messing up the culture and it's a problem with the culture, then Meek, who you propping up? You're not happy with the people that's up there at their platforms, but I don't see you trying to help anybody get there that you personally think is good at whatever. I don't see you doing that. I see whenever anybody say anything, you being critical. Okay. Anything could be criticized. If you could criticize the truth, you could criticize anything. Right? I'm pretty sure we've all seen the truth criticized numerous times. On this platform by itself, I get the truth criticized at least 3 or 4 times a day. Right? There's always people coming in here with opinions and want to tell me that their opinions is more important than the facts. Right? Tell me where I'm wrong. So I say all that to say this. I'm about to play the Meek Mill thing real quick. I don't think any of these rappers, I think all of these rappers that say that they got a problem, whoever they got a problem with, just stop. Because until you guys is ready to say, I don't like that person, I think that they don't do a good job at whatever they shit is, so I'm going to go make sure that I know these other people, and we're going to try to push them. Until y'all start doing that. And I'm not talking about on the slide. I'm talking about literally you the star. You pull up on somebody. You can contact a freaking whoever. Pull up on them. Don't send other people to test the waters. Right? People bosses, right? Why you sending other people to test the waters? All respect, dude. But why you sending other people to test the waters? Why? Everybody a brave heart until their heart got to be brave. That's what it seems like. No disrespect. I'm saying facts. You see that a person ain't a weirdo? Pull up. Go find somebody. You saying the Shade Room ain't shit, right? That's what he's saying. For everybody that don't know, and this is, I'm gonna say something that's factual that Meek is 100% correct with. It seems like the Shade Room has been trying to keep certain beefs going on with people. So I'm going to, what up, Kendio? So I'm going to agree with Meek Mill's 100% on that. It seems to me like it's, even to me, what the fuck, yo? Oh, I got the wrong thing on. It seems like even to me, the Shade Room seems to consistently try to keep beef going, especially between men and women. Okay. But I just explained to you what the Shade Room is. It's a gossip channel. YouTube is not letting you in. What you mean they're not letting you in? YouTube is blocking the channel? Did anybody get a notification today? I'm just curious. Did anybody get a notification today? Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the 555 drop. My fault, y'all. I haven't seen none of these things. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the 555 drop. Definitely appreciate you. My apologies. I haven't been seeing any of that stuff. I've been focusing. I might be in trouble with YouTube. Could we hit the like button then, maybe? We got 64 people in here with only 21 likes. I could see why YouTube wouldn't send out notifications. What could I say? I would appreciate it if y'all could hit the like button so some of those notifications can go out. I mean, if you don't want to hit it, ain't nothing I can do about that, though. All right. So what it seems like to me, I don't know this to be, and somebody just said they posted what if the celebs box just the other day. Hold on, let me look at this. I didn't know about that. I don't really see the shade room unless somebody sends this. I mean, I'm sub to them. Don't get it confused. But unless somebody sends it to me or whatever, I don't really see the shade room. Shout out to the shade room. No disrespect to them. See, that's positive right there. It's more positive right there. When did this thing happen with Meek? Oh, they just posted this 28 minutes ago. That's positive. I guess that's positive. That's their job. That's a funny skit. They do positive stuff over there, man. But I do agree that sometimes it seems like they're trying to create beefs and keep beefs going with people. That's a fact. Shout out to DZ with the $5.10 drop. He said for a nickel and dime, 510 area code. Salute. King Will says, wait, hold on. Matt says, I always get for notifications on my laptop to any video. So maybe it's just some people need to turn their notifications off and back on also. King Will says, I just backed out and was able to get back in and view the live with a problem. It may just be their connection. You're good, Frost. Appreciate you. Who don't nobody see those dots? Jones says, Act don't care what Meek says. Meek Mill's a hypocrite. Act said some other words that the BBN fan wouldn't want me to type. Appreciate you. What up, Foot in the Ass Entertainment? I want to apologize. I was not able to run your jump off on Saturday. I don't think we did no lives or anything on Saturday. There's a reason for that. I want to apologize. I'm going to have to try to run your jump off this Saturday, but there's a reason for that, and I want to apologize. I wasn't able to run it. I had my own personal, as you can see, that we didn't even have a morning coffee on Monday. So that was just my own personal thing going on. Ken Dio says, I'm sure if it was just my screen, but YouTube be mad funny. K Day said they deleted it, of course. I mean, I don't know. You said it was there. There's no reason for me to believe it wasn't there. There's no reason for me to. I would like if we could hit the like button though over here so we could send out more notifications. With that being said, I just want to be clear on something. What up, Brian Spike Hopkins? Salute. I just want to be clear on something. And I'm about to play the audio for you in 2 seconds, in a minute. But I want to be clear on something. I think Meek Mill just complains. I think Meek Mill just wants everything to be his way, and if it isn't his way, he got a problem with it. Now, one, There's nothing wrong with wanting perfection, right? But we gotta hold people to reasonable standards. Like if somebody comes in here and they have an opinion that I think is absolutely bonkers, I just say, okay, explain to me why you think that. If you could explain to me why you think the thing that's absolutely bonkers, and it's like, well, I know that the shit you saying is wrong, but you got there a reasonable way. You know what I'm saying? I might not feel away. I might just be like, all right, you're not trolling. But if you just come in and you say some shit that's absolutely off of the hinges, you don't have no reasonable way that you got there, then you short bus material. I'm just keeping it, it's just a stat. That's what it is. If you just think weirdo shit and you don't have no reasonable way to get there, that means that 9 times out of 10, you just thought of some stupid shit or somebody told you something, you did no research. Those be the main people I be arguing with, by the way. People that do zero research. So hold on, I'm gonna play this audio real quick for y'all. Let me check something real quick. It's about 10 minutes, just so y'all can get an understanding. It's about 10 minutes. We're gonna play some of it. Also, there's a fake IG channel that's not me. I don't send anybody requests and I don't DM nobody. I don't DM anybody. I never DM anybody. If I don't DM you, I don't DM nobody. I don't know no other way to put that. There's a fake BBN channel out there. I'm trying to get them flagged. I don't DM people. I just want to put that out there. Because these people have obviously... Let me make another post saying this is not me, because these people are just... I don't understand why people... I don't understand. Give me 2 seconds. Right on this bitch? Okay. The Dean says Meek Mill was having a problem selling music. His hottest time in the game was when he had the connection to Nicki Minaj. Lyrical wise, his hottest time in the game was when he stepped into the game. That's when he was probably the best. Just to be honest with you. That's probably when Meek Mills was the best rapping. That's when he rapped the best when he first came into the game. I just don't think Meek Mills is that good of a rapper anymore. I think that I don't know what it is. He just isn't that good of a rapper anymore, or maybe he is still good. It's just that music has moved the fucking goalposts. Because I'm gonna tell you what happened. A lot of times people are not that good, so they have to convince everybody else to move the goalposts so they can look better. You understand what I'm saying? So that might be what's going on with him. But hold on, let me play this audio real quick.
got people that's holding you down. But I'm telling you now, man, you know this world thrive off negativity. I was tapped in when I heard you talking to academics about what you was talking to them about. I think all of them need to really be eradicated out of our culture. Everybody that
look,
thrives
I went
off
to the shade room
exploitation.
today, right? They had me up there, me versus Nicki boyfriend. Nicki just had a fucking baby. I just had a fucking baby. Who responsible for this post? But listen though, like, who responsible? Listen.
Hold on, real quick. He's 100% right. I'm gonna explain to you why he's right. I'm gonna explain why he's right. It's basically the same issue that we had last night. You can't say nothing positive about black people. Whenever you're talking positively about black people, somebody is gonna come attack you. Somebody's gonna come try to change the conversation because we're not allowed to talk positively about black people. So when the shade room is putting Meek Mill's out there, Meek Mill's problem is Nicki Minaj just had a baby. I just had a baby. Why are you having us trying to have us arguing? Can y'all please stop talking about the channels that these haters is doing? So you can't talk positively about black people. You can't. And if you talk positively about black people, you're not going to make any money. Because black people aren't going to support you talking positively about black people. And other people are definitely not going to support you talking positively about black people. So I get what Meek Mills is saying, and I don't even think he's wrong. But the shade room still got to pay bills. Right? The shade room still got to feed their families, right? So when you media, you in a fucked up position. Am I going to add to all of the negativity about black people? Or am I going to try to do positive things and I'm not going to make no income and it's going to be hard living for me? Because those are your two choices. If you talk positively about black people, it's way harder to make money. It's way harder to make a living. It's damn near impossible. But when you're talking crazy about black people, the money comes rolling in.
Responsible for these type posts. In my neighborhood, when people fight, people get hit the fuck up, killed. Funerals happen. Who responsible for this post decided to put this up and put 10 black figures against each other on just to get some attention to a fucking blog page?
And guess what? We need to be accountable.
Hey, Pastor, hold on. Let me point out. Hold on.
And I ain't even reply to that. But who are we holding accountable for that as a community?
So are you saying that you wish that they would just stop saying so much negative shit about you on these platforms?
I think everything that.
No, I'm asking me.
No, but that's.
I'm asking me.
I don't even think it's about negative shit. It's about violence. That's going to come with the territory. That's just
y'all saying the wrong thing though. I don't want y'all to over.
I want to point something out because dude ain't wrong. He said, "Yo, that's gonna come with the territory." My point is, but should it? I'm not 100% sure what Meek's complaint is, what Meek's argument is. I'm not siding with Meek. I'm siding with Jack Frost and black people. One, Meek is 100% correct. Who's responsible for that post? Drink Champs is one, and they are uplifting. But they're not really uplifting, but they're uplifting. Okay? What's that? One out of what? How many blogs are there out there? a couple, maybe 10, 20, 30,000, right? It's about a couple 100,000 blogs out there. You name one. How many blogs are there? Oh shit, let me see something. I'm curious. All right, so you got one blog that we was able to think of out of 5. I got another blog for you if you want to call them that. That's $1 million worth of games. So we got 2 blogs out of 500 million. We rolling. We got 2 blogs out of 500 million. I don't think that's it. I just 2 blogs out of 500 million. Fat Joe, 3. Also, all of these blogs are from people who used to be rappers. Might I also add? So you just named 3 blogs from people who used to be in the industry. Let's not lose sight of that. Because that's not the dynamic we're actually really discussing. Okay, we got 500 million. You know how many blogs you're going to have to actually name in order to even make it halfway? Unless you can name 500 million, unless you can sit here and name 100 million blogs for me, that's positive. Now, for every positive blog, I have more negative blogs that talk about me than positive blogs you named. Tell me I'm wrong. I have more negative channels created to talk bad about me than you can name. Tell me where I'm wrong before we lose sight of what the actual conversation was. Tell me I'm wrong. I can send you to about 4 pages right now, and all they do is make up new lies about me every day. Some of them are black people, some of them are white people. It don't matter. Now, how often do you hear the positive stories how often do you hear the positive stories in the media, in the news? How often do you hear the positive stories in the news? How often do you hear the positive stories in the news? Because there are a ton of positive stories out there. The Shade Room decided this morning to post as many positive stories as I guess they could get their hands off because of what that happened with Meek the other day. I agree with you, the Dean. And the only reason why I'm agreeing with you because I know about the freaking conversation that they had with the rappers back in the 90s. Then we just have that one rapper. Hold on, I wanna replay something that we listened to the other day. I wanna replay something that we listened to the other day. Oh no, I know where I got it from. I want to replay something that we listened to the other day. I want you to listen to what this dude is actually saying. I don't read Vietnam. I don't need Vietnamese. I don't know what this language is. Why did they tag me in here? Some weirdo tagged me into some shit. I don't know what that is. Check this out. Listen to what this guy says. And then extrapolate that out from hip-hop music. Not just hip-hop music, but also other aspects of our culture. Listen to what this dude says. I want y'all to listen to this. Okay, I need to see the dates. December 21st, it wasn't that far back. I want y'all to listen to this and understand this was not just a rap thing. It was a cultural thing, a shift that was created on purpose in order to create a certain situations and instances that still exist today. I believe this is where I saw that. Hold on, give me 1 second. If it ain't here, it ain't here. But I just played it for y'all the other day, and I would like to play it again, so I'm hoping it's still on here. I thought I had it, but I didn't.
Saying actual fact.
Listen to this guy.
You know, a lot of what he's saying is actual fact. You know, it's actual fact. Yet it also speaks to the environment in which we are embedded as young black males and females in this particular society. You know, hip hop changing from positive to negative was not a consequence of history. It was not a circumstance of history. It was nothing that just happened on its own. It had nothing to do with the changing of the times. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with the fact that there are people in this particular society who wants to see us exactly where we are. And we cannot let that point elude us. These are the facts. How do we know? 1967, Kerner Commission report on urban disorder. When black people said, yo, we're tired of this system. You know what I mean? This system is oppressing us. So we rebelled against the system. We burned things. We said, yo, we had enough. He did his little report on what caused these riots. He said, what caused these riots? He said it was young children who started these riots, and what was motivating them was a high self-esteem and an enhanced racial pride. He said the majority of the rioters were high school dropouts, but they had a higher political orientation than their peers who did not drop out. And they saw the system as their enemy, so they attacked it in the right circumstance. So, fast forward to 1992. Same thing. #1 record on the radio, we had Fight the Power. Fight the Power is on the radio. Rodney King gets beaten before the world. The black youth rebelled against the system. Again, they did it again. And why? What primed them? Positive hip hop. Primed them. Fight the Power. X-Clan. Brand Nubian. You had these groups out here who were pushing, who were politically orienting black kids in the right direction, giving them the proper prompters that they needed so that they can respond properly to oppression. All right? In 1967, when the riots happened, he saw that the self-esteem and the racial pride was fueling this. So he said, how do I bring that down so that they will not riot? And what he did, he flooded the airwaves with black exploitation movies. Nigga Charlie and the Return of Nigga Charlie. These were movies. Hip-hop didn't start calling people niggas. We had Shaft. We had Coffee. Black girl turned prostitute to do whatever. You know what I mean? But these black exploitation movies brought down the self-esteem and the racial pride so that the kids will not rebel against the system of oppression. 92, the racial pride was back in effect. We had black kids going to Dr. Ben Yuckin and lectures. We were spending our money to go see Farrakhan speak as opposed to going to a strip club.
I want to say something real quick, right? We getting right back on Meek, but I want to say something real quick. See, I was alive in 92. I was out here running around in 92. And I'm going to let you know right now. Shout out to Bill Cosby for creating the Cosby Show. And shout out to Bill Cosby for creating a different world. If you do not know about these two shows, you are at a loss. The Cosby Show and the Different World always presented black people and people of color just in general as being capable, of being intelligent. They always presented black people of being capable, of being intelligent. They always if you watch those shows, they always got on they always promoting all of the black colleges, always promoting college, always promoting intelligence, always promoting education, always. I just want to point that out because he's also locked up right now for the same charges that other people are not getting locked up for. Right? Just be clear on this. I heard about some shit with Marcus Houston today. I didn't get all the way into it. I'm gonna hit somebody up and ask them about what the hell they talking about. But I heard some shit with Marcus Houston today. If you're gonna put Bill Cosby in jail, you know how many of these. I'm just gonna leave it alone. But believe me, like. Yeah, Living Single also. Why not? But Living Single was the difference between the Cosby Show and Living Single is Cosby Show is predicated to show a normal nucleus, a normal black family. That's what the Cosby Show was for. It was showing that we could have a black family with a mother, a father, both parents have good jobs, all the kids grow up and be capable individuals. I get it. Living Single was a good show also, right? Let's not be confused. But the Cosby Show, name me another black family on TV before the Cosby Show. I'll wait. Name me another black family that was on TV where everybody was capable, where people wasn't living in poverty. Name me one. Name me one. Just name me one, please. Because I don't want this point to be misinterpreted. Anybody can name me one? A black family that was on television, extremely capable, where the parents were all good parents. They were professionals. And they were teaching their children how to grow up and be professionals in life. Anyone? Family Matters? I don't think that that's the same. The Jeffersons? Stop. The Jeffersons. The closest I'll give you is Family Matters. But no, that's not Family Matters neither. And also, when did the Family Matters come out? Was the Family Matters in the 80s or was Family Matters in the 90s? Because you know I said before the Cosby Show. So was Family Matters in the 80s or was Family Matters in the 90s? First, let's clear that up. Was Family Matters in the 80s or was Family Matters in the 90s? First, let's clear that up. No, those are not the same. That's the point that I'm making, the Dean. And I'm going to go one show at a time. Because as usual, it's always proved Jack wrong. Was Family Matters in the 80s or was Family Matters in the 90s? I don't gotta look. I already know. Because the Cosby Show was in the 80s and it ended in the 90s. So that means that the Cosby Show came before Family Matters. Exactly. Thank you, the Dean. So Family Matters isn't even included in this conversation due to the simple fact that it did not come out before the Cosby Show, like I just said. Tell me a show that came out before the Cosby Show that had that type of dynamic. Name me one. You think the Jeffersons, right? Hold on. I'm going to shoot each one of these down one by one. Why not? You said the Jeffersons, right? One, both adults didn't work in the Jeffersons. I just want to show how people come and just. I already said Cosby Show and A Different World. People just come in here to just try to prove me wrong. I told you, I said Cosby Show and A Different World. They're the same show to me. Actually, I was going to explain how The Different World was. Y'all know what The Different World was actually put there for, right? No, there is no show before then. That's a fact. All you're going to do is name me shows that taught us how to live in oppression. With the exception of The Jeffersons, all those other shows is teaching people how to live in misery. Amen is the 90s or the 80s. And once again, I was talking about a black nucleus family. That wasn't in Amen. No, that wasn't a whataboutism. You was just wrong. But the Jeffersons had a black nucleus family to you where both of the parents worked and were professionals. No, they didn't. A Different World came on at the same time as The Cosby Show. Remember, Denise got kicked out of Hillman and came back and was on the Cosby Show. Different World and The Cosby Show ran at the same time for a ton of years. Yeah, but when y'all say stuff that is that we just had a whole 10-minute conversation about a thing, and not one of the things that y'all even answered falls into the criteria. Tell me a show before the 90s. Pardon me. Before the Cosby Show. Before the Cosby Show. That was like the Cosby Show with a black nucleus family that had both parents that were professionals and they was raising their kids the right way. Tell me one show. You can't. He wrote that show specifically so he could it was to give what's her name a show, but it was also because they wanted to encourage college in the youth. They wanted to encourage more kids to go to college. No, there isn't any. That's my point. There isn't any. And this man right here, so we're having a conversation currently, just so everybody could be clear. We're having a conversation currently talking about how there's not enough positive black images. We're having a conversation right now currently about how there isn't enough positive black imagery. And that whenever there is positive black imagery, it doesn't get promoted. It gets overshadowed. They try to take it, make it uninteresting. They literally sometimes pay people to not produce positive content about black people, about just in general, not just about black people, but just in general. So right now we're having a conversation, and the conversation that we're having is basically explaining how Meek Mills is complaining about some issues that do literally exist. I'm for one saying he can do something about it, just for the people that might need to get caught up on what we're talking about. I'm for one saying that he could do something about it if he reached down to some of these smaller platforms. That's a possibility. You could do it with Meek Mills. But I'm also saying this. The way that we're taught to think is inhibiting our ability to even be able to want to encourage positivity. Like, we don't even want to encourage it at this point. So I brought up the Cosby Show to explain that right now Bill Cosby is in jail. There are people who did similar things than Bill Cosby did, or he's being accused of, that they have way more evidence of those people having actually have done crimes that they're accusing Bill Cosby of. Because in reality, they don't actually have any evidence about Bill Cosby. All they have is hearsay. And I'm not saying he didn't do the thing either. Don't get me confused. What I'm saying is this. When we have people that want to do good in our community, we don't stand by them. The reason why they was able to go get Bill Cosby is because he wasn't off limits. Now, whether he did whatever he did with those women all of those years ago, maybe so. What the hell do I know? If he did, he needs to be held accountable. Do not get this confused. But there are people who did what he did and worse. And those individuals is getting all of the... Remember, Bill Cosby did not get... The first time, they had to take him back to court. He had 2 trials. Okay? There was 2 trials with Bill Cosby. Let's not get this confused. Bill Cosby brought 2 of the best depictions of black people to television ever done. Bill Cosby put 2 of the best depictions of black people ever done on television for years. I love Living Single, but that's not what Living Single is. Family Matters I can give you, but Family Matters came after. I love the Jeffersons, but that's not what the Jeffersons is. I love Sanford and Son, but that's not what Sanford and Son is. I love freaking what's the other name? What's that other show? Good Times, but that's literally the opposite of what Good Times is. So when I say trying to prove me wrong, what I'm saying is I'm trying to vibrate at a certain frequency. I want us to understand that, or I'm trying to bring understanding to the idea that we are not supposed to look for flaws. We're supposed to look for strengths in one another and promote those strengths in one another. Bill Cosby was part of a consortium group that was trying to buy whatever channel they was trying to buy. I don't know if the money was returned. I don't know about all of that. I can't get into all of that. But I do know that he tried to buy a station, and the station, and they did, and he had more than enough money. He had more than the money they were asking for. Just so we could be clear, they were selling the station at one rate. Bill Cosby and his consortium had more than enough, and they still wouldn't sell it to him. That's a fact. Why do you think they wouldn't sell to Bill Cosby? You think they wasn't going to sell to Bill Cosby because he allegedly did, well, we got caught with it now because of the allegations against him about messing around with women and doing this? No, they didn't sell to Bill Cosby, because if they would have sold it to Bill Cosby, guess what kind of shows we're going to have all over the internet? You got it. They would have sold that to Bill Cosby, there would have been a ton of Cosby shows out there. Not a ton of Living Singles. And I like Living Single. I was a big fan of the dark-skinned girl. I don't know why I liked her. I think I don't know. I think because she was just aggressive. But I like the dark skinned girl. I was not a big Regina. Was not a. I don't know. She lost her swag. I don't know. I wasn't a big on Regina. I was a big on the dark skinned girl. She was also really slim, so I was big on the dark skinned girl. I need to take our break. No, they didn't. That's what I'm busy trying to talk about. You feel me? That's what we're trying to discuss. Hold on. Right back. I'm going to throw a playlist on for y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Some videos y'all might not have seen. I don't even know it's on the channel. The heck? What is this one? Hold on, give me 1 second, yo. I'm sorry about that. This is an animation? What the fuck is this?
Hello?
Oh, it's just in the wrong jump off. Alright, so that's what happened. Sorry about that. I was like, what the heck? Alright, I'll play this video.
Heard about Magpie, the vegan pie shop? One day, one of the owners is like, this business hasn't reached its potential. And the other one's like, we need a bigger piece of the pie. Let's get an online shop with GoDaddy. Look, we can easily build an online store and sell to more customers. It's as easy as, what's the word? Pie. It's so good that now everyone's like, wait, no meat. Up the vegans.
Okay. Zeke?
Yeah.
How did I know Zeke for a long time?
Nah.
Barely knew.
As long as he's playing, man.
Okay.
As long as he's playing.
About how long I knew Zeke? Like a year, right?
Yeah, like a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly, like a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a year.
Okay, so me and you, don't we talk frequently?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever know about me beating up or beating up women, hurting women, or nothing like that?
No, that's not what it is.
Okay, so they got some women that are saying I tried to force myself on them. Does that sound like anything that I would do?
That don't even sound like you.
Nothing at all, right?
Nope.
Okay, so if somebody told you, who we dated for a couple of years, if a female came up to you and told you that I tried to force myself on them, would you believe them?
No.
Okay.
That I wouldn't believe.
So they're obviously lying.
Of course.
Okay. Am I gay?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm telling you. No way. No way.
Because that's another one of the lies. Oh man, yo.
Yeah. I don't know what they're trying to do to you, but
Have I ever tried to kill my daughter?
no. No.
Yes, this is my ex-girlfriend, as a fact.
And y'all have a good relationship. So I don't know where that's coming from.
Okay, so all of these lies that Zeke have been telling, right?
Yeah. Even down to the burn on your hand.
Yeah, like how long have you known me to have this?
You got that. You got that when you was younger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The whole time I've known you, have I had a burn on my hand?
Yes. Yes. You always had that burn. I didn't ask you about that.
I've always loved sci-fi and the idea of being right on the edge of...
Thank you.
You told me.
Thank you.
You got that when you was younger.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these things that people are saying about me, are they anywhere near my character?
No. First of all, you're not a liar.
Thank you.
That's number one. I don't know you can lie about anything, even if it hurts. Even if it hurts your feelings. I mean, you're a pretty decent guy. Very straightforward, down to earth. You know, you don't trust easily, so that's one of them things. But I mean, overall, you're a good guy.
So Zeke and there's a whole bunch of people running around saying basically that you never want to come near me, you can't never come near me, you're scared of me, you think that if you see me I'm gonna hurt you or anything like that. Is that anywhere near reality?
No, that's not true. Me and you, we talk, you ask for advice, I give you advice, you know me, I'm a private person, so, I don't like being out there, put out there, so. I mean, me and you, we cool. We cool. Us, we just didn't work out for our personal reasons, it just didn't work out, but overall, me and you are still cool. You can't, if you ever need to call or whatever, it's not a problem.
Okay, so I just wanted to, but that's crazy. They said I tried to kill my daughter, yo. That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy. I can't see that being real. Yeah. First of all, she's not even in New York. Like, we all grown and busy and trying to do things. And, you know what I'm saying? I got no time for no nonsense.
Okay, so basically Zeke is a whole liar. And do you ever know me? Hold on, another thing they try to say is that I'm a pedophile. Do you ever know me to even do any?
Oh, hell no. Really, they saying that too?
They're saying I'm a pedophile.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know me. I have to.
Women know too much. I'm all for girls that don't know too much. It's a different class.
'Twas the run-up to Christmas, and racing through borders, underage pups are smuggled to meet orders. Their mum left behind, her life is on hold, just a commodity, making pups to be sold. They sit in the darkness, just a crack of light, too afraid to bark, no person in sight. These dogs have one purpose, it's sad, but it's true, to make a quick buck out of people like you. A nation of dog lovers. We all need to know to take care when buying. Don't be fooled by the show. And have you ever thought?
What happens to Mum now that all our puppies have gone?
She whimpers to be heard, but to no avail. Help stop this cruel trade. Let's change the tale.
My kids were young when you was in your lives. So you did nothing but protect me and them. Remember the time with the people of the church?
Oh yeah. Also, if you want to tell any stories, go right ahead.
I remember I had a house and they were parking in front of my parking lot, in front of my parking spot, my garage, and I had to go in that church, man. You came out the kids and said, "Where's your mother at?" You came running out there like, "Oh man, I gotta get up."
Do you know me to be a punk?
We had some good times.
Wait, hold on. Do you know me to be a punk at all?
Not at all. You ready to put hands on anybody? In a minute. With that. Lord forgive him if you felt disrespected. If you disrespected me? Oh no. It was gonna be a wrap. You ain't fall from a punk. And you ain't trying to pick up nothing to do nothing either.
Thank you. Have you ever seen me?
Get these hands.
Have you ever seen me? Hold on. What did I used to walk around with all the time when I first met you?
You used to walk around with
They were red.
What are you talking about?
Remember the gloves?
Oh.
I used to have gloves all the I used to walk around with gloves.
Yeah, you used to walk around with gloves.
Yo, remember the time with the thing happened at the Checkers, whatever the fuck that was, when they put bacon on my fucking...
Yes, when they put bacon on... No, it wasn't my burger, they put bacon on your burger. Yeah, we had to go back, because they did all that talking. You came in, you win. They were scared for their lives. I was like, wow, burger man.
Because Zeke is...
all that talking.
Zeke is...
all that talking they did. Messed up your order.
Yeah. Zeke be telling people I'm a pussy.
No. That's not who you are at all.
Have you ever... I mean, I know this is the third time I'm asking this, but have you ever seen me back down from a confrontation?
No. But you're a very good talker. So, like, you can get people out of a situation real quick. Remember that time when they towed my car? I was ready to go in. The lady said, send him in there to talk. Because, you know, my temper was like, oh, hell no. And it was Labor Day weekend.
Have I ever...
I was tight because I couldn't get my car to that Tuesday. I was tight.
Have I ever not been supportive?
No, you've always been supportive of me. That you have. Yeah. You've been supportive. Anything I wanted to do.
Make this summer the summer. Vibe by Jet2 Holidays.
You were good at it. And you know I had your back.
That's a fact.
Anything you wanted to do from day one.
That's a fact.
From you getting a driver's license.
Yeah,
all
because
the way back.
Kendra paid for me to get my driver's license. That's a whole fact. Kendra did so much for me in my life. I swear to God, I wouldn't be the man I am today without her. That's a whole fact. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yep. I remember when you first was telling me about the YouTube channel that you wanted to start it.
Yep.
Yep.
And she encouraged me. She was like, you should do it. And what was
I was like, go ahead, do it.
And what did I used to do all the time? I used to be studying all the YouTube channels, right? We used to be
all
in the car.
Yeah.
I used to study.
In the car, yeah. See how it is. Yeah. I'm sorry, I got the kids still here.
It's all all good. You know I be talking.
Coming in and out of the room, you know.
You know I be talking.
Yeah. They busy man. Know how that go.
You gonna hug him for me?
Sure. You always say that on the show.
Yes, I do.
Yep. Give him a hug for me. I know exactly what you be talking about.
Hold on. Also, am I fun? Like when I'm not having to stick up my ass, am I fun?
Yeah. You do whatever I wanted you to do. I was like, yeah, let's go roller skate.
And I'd be like,
let's try this. And there be times you don't really want to go out yourself. You go along anyway because it's what I want to do.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to, you know, experience some weird shit. You thought I was white, huh? Hell no. But you went along with it. You be like, that's some crazy stuff. Like, really? You gonna do that? But we have some good time and good night too. Yeah. You know, we used to go to the pole shows and just concerts and stuff. It was good. It was good. Documentaries. Remember that show we went to, my friend?
That's a fact. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, in Brooklyn over there by the industrial area. Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I enjoy having. Look, I'm not like. Okay, so am I dominating? Like,
in a relationship, you're easy going. But when you made up your mind about something, you were sticking with it. And there was no thinking it. So yes, that got on my nerves most of the time. But then you end up coming around, so you know I win.
You know, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Anytime you want to do something, I'm always gonna be there. So sometimes I be like, I want to do something, so I'm like, I'm always there for you. So I want you to, like, I don't know.
Well, you see, remember, like your favorite thing to do was to sort of like a Netflix and chill thing before it was Netflix and chill thing. You know, so that was our thing. Going to the movies and watching movies on TV.
We went out a lot. We did spend
talking. Yeah.
We spent a lot of, like, not for nothing, but we did spend a lot of like time together, like with just us, just enjoying each other's company.
Just us. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Cause you know me, I'm not a TV person. You know, I don't watch TV. The only time I really listen on my way to work is 10-10 Wins because I need to hear that weather. But I'm not really up on a lot of things, you know. But I'm just too busy. So I look to you to, you know, keep me informed. So you did a great job with that. But yeah, it was mostly us just chilling, having a good time. You know, I don't drink. And you don't drink either. Like that I know of. You might have a drink here or there, but I don't drink at all. So, you know, we don't smoke, so.
I'm not allowed to
you know how you always knew what I thought about myself and my body, you know?
That's a fact.
I keep my shit clean.
And that's a fact. And not for nothing, I started eating a lot better, and I started taking better care of the things that I was putting into my body because of you also. So thank you.
Yeah.
You make that lime juice shit. I used to love that shit. And she makes these fucking shell shits. I love them shits. And then she got this barbecue chicken shit. I love them shits.
Yeah. But that's what a female's supposed to do. You know, I feel.
Can I cook?
You could cook. You can cook too. Yo, that spaghetti and meatballs. Oh my goodness. You know my mother loves that joint.
What about the lasagna?
It's the sauce. It's the sauce that you use. And then you put the sausage in it. The beef sausage you put in there.
Stop telling everybody my secrets.
Hey, I ain't telling your secret with the hunt sauce.
Somebody said I'm trying to secure the PS5. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. You know who bought me a PS4?
Yeah.
She don't feel proud about that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Chicks be flexing with that. Stop.
Nah, I spoil it, you know, certain occasions, you know. If I got it, And he got it too. It's always been like that. You treat me good, treat me like the queen that I am, and you be rewarded. All types of ways.
I think you need a foot rub.
I need a whole body rub.
I'm free. I'm just. What?
All day. I'm still working all day. You know, like that's my go-to. Massages is my thing. You know, spas are my thing. So, gotta make sure I do that and stay fit.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Because remember when I was doing all that, plus doing making my instances and my cufflinks and shit.
Okay, first of all, first of all, we need to start selling that shit in BBN products. I'm just gonna say that one time. Cause she made mad shit for me. Like y'all don't understand. She made me cufflinks.
Even the t-shirt.
Yeah, she made me t-shirts. She made me cut. She made me mad shit.
Yeah. Oh my.
Cause you the best.
Everything to support. Everything to support.
Yeah, she the best.
You know I got you. Whatever you need. If I don't, I'm gonna find a way to get it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically they need to stop paying attention to them niggas that making all of them fake ass videos about me.
Yeah, they need to cut that out. Just you have a great community over here. So
that's a fact. These guys is the best.
If they want to hate, let them leave. They can watch from the side.
Also, do you ever know me to hate on somebody?
No. You always been in your own lane. Doing your own thing. Everybody got their issues, you know what I'm saying? Family, everything. But I know that just once you done made up your mind about something, you're going to go get it. That's what I admire about you, though. You always did do that.
Yo, remember when I used to only wear shirt and ties?
Yeah. Yeah, you did. You sure did. Because it was very important for you to look professional at all times. You know what I mean? Even when, and then you would wear this shirt and tie with the hat, with the cap. Always with the cap.
She used to buy me, man.
Yeah, business like. You know what I mean?
She used to give me a lot of shirts and ties and stuff like that. Like not for nothing, but like I can't explain this enough, but I wouldn't be the person that I am right now without you. So I don't think it's possible for me to repay you.
Nah.
I don't think that.
You know,
I don't think there's enough I could ever give you. Like,
nah.
I appreciate you so much.
You know, you've always known me. Like, you know, some people are givers, and I'm a giver. And the gifts that I like to give is gonna elevate you or motivate you to do better. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should be held back because of circumstances or think that they can't do something or get things done. You know? Nobody gets to the top without some type of assistance, some type of help from somebody, even if it's just a statement or a quote or anything.
Do you know me to lack confidence in something?
No, you was always a confident guy. Heck no. Nope.
Also, you've seen me play basketball. Am I good?
Yes, you are good. I don't know about me, you know, because I'm short and all
that. Yeah, get out of here. I don't care. I put you on my shoulders.
You know, hey. But yeah, basketball, you play.
Okay. I just want
you got that aggression, that passion, you know? That you need to win. It was always win. If you ain't trying to win, don't even come over here. And that's even when you were playing the game.
Oh yeah. Yo, didn't I have a whole community on 2K? Hold on, didn't I have a whole community on 2K? Alright, so I said a whole bunch of shit. It's done past. Basically what I was saying is that I really don't got time to worry about the people with the fake channels. I just hit somebody I know up in the industry, and I was just like, yo, fake pages, watch out, they're gonna try to contact you or whatever. So the people I know in the industry is putting the word out that that's a fake channel, so none of that matters to me. So keep going out there and showing people that I'm popping or some shit. I don't know what to tell you. What the hell was that? All right, so let's get to this real quick. I want to say this, right? I want to explain something real quick. I want to explain something. I think that this is lost on us because we spend so much time trying to fit in, but you shouldn't have to try to fit in. Like, you shouldn't have to try to fit in. You get it? Whenever you're trying to fit in somewhere, you're literally somewhere where you shouldn't be. You shouldn't have to try to fit in. Stop trying to fit in. Right? Just be you. Stop trying to fit in. Fitting in ain't for everybody. You feel me? That's one thing. But I wanted to mention this real quick about the whole Meek Mill situation, and that's what this video was supposed to be about. We got off on different areas because, for whatever the reason is, I'm gonna say it's on me. But I just need something to be acknowledged and to be understood. Until we stop making it cool. Until we stop making it cool, and when I say we, I'm talking specifically black people. Until we stop making it cool to kill us and start making it cool to love us, we can't expect other people to do that. Like, we have to make loving us cool. I don't know. Is the shit back? I don't know if it's back. Is it back? It's back. Alright, so check this out. Until we stop making it cool, like, we have to stop making it cool. Like, when you listen to this rap music and you hear these rappers talking about killing other people, right? You don't. What do you envision? You envision minorities killing other minorities, right? So we need to start putting out the energy that it's okay to love us. We need to start putting out the energy that it's okay to love yourself. Like, we need to start putting that energy out. We're not putting that energy out. That's what we need to start doing. It just seems like every time I'm trying to put out that energy, it's like, I don't understand why black people aren't allowed to say we gotta love black people. I don't understand why the only people that could talk about like black people need to love each other more have to be non-blacks. I don't understand how black people, like, if I talk about how we need to love each other more, I don't understand how I get so much pushback. Like, I'm literally a black person. I don't understand why I can't speak about black on black love. I don't understand why I can't. I'm literally a black person. But if Joe Biden, shout out to Joe Biden, if Joe Biden gets somewhere and he starts talking about all the things that he thinks black people need to be doing and how we should be living, people immediately bow down to his freaking, at his feet and kiss his shoes. But me, an actual black person, saying we need more black love, and I get so much pushback. I just don't understand that. That's all. I just don't understand it. It's like people don't really love black people. They just love black trauma. And that's the impression I'm getting. No, people don't really love black people. Just the black trauma. Just the struggle that the black people have to go through. And I'm not saying that because I'm like, feel bad for anybody. I just want to point that out real quick. I think that that's something that just needs to be acknowledged. Even our own people, even black people ourselves. we're too encouraging of the negative aspects of whatever our culture is supposed to be about. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go. I just think all of this is crazy, just in general. That's why Vlad is not going nowhere. I don't care who talking about they doing whatever to Vlad. Vlad ain't going nowhere. Adam 22, he not going nowhere. Because there's still a ton of black people who don't love ourselves. So, yeah. This shit is upsetting to me, whether you can tell it or not. Like, this is just upsetting to me. Like, coming to the understanding that we have so many black people that ain't even for black people. Like, me being a black man, I can't even speak positively about other blacks. Like, I can't try to uplift people. I can't speak positively. I can't try to speak love into us. Just a simple act of me doing that is going to cause even our own people to try to tell me, try to convince me to stop doing it. This shit literally hurts my algorithm. Like, I don't get nothing. I don't get nothing for talking positive. Nothing. That does not help my career. I just want to be clear on this. Everybody know, me talking positive does not help my career at all. Me talking positive doesn't do anything positive for my life. Me talking positive is just who I am. I try to be. And because I've just been subject to so much negativity that I just prefer to, when possible, speak positively. I have my own platform, and I can't even speak positively about black people on my own platform without people wanting to run in here and say I have to also say something good about every other race of people if I say anything good about black people. That's crazy. I'm gonna let y'all go. Let me just call out the drops and I'm gonna let y'all go. This is the show. Shout out to James S with the $5 1 cent drop. Shout out to Bree Powell with the $5 drop. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton with the $5.55 drop. And shout out to DZ with the $5 drop. Yeah, look, I love all of y'all. I really do want everybody to win. I want a lot of positivity. I want everybody to reach their best greatness, you know, with the exception of, as long as it's not at my expense. I want everybody to be their greatest self. Everybody. And it'd be really dope if black people were allowed to love other black people. I think that'd be dope. I think that's like the bare minimum. I think that's what we should shoot for at this point. I don't think we should try to shoot to try to get the police to stop killing us. I don't think we should try to shoot for nothing else other than for the ability to love black people. Like, until black people have the right to be able to love black people. And it not be seen like if I love other black people that I think negative about other people. Like, that's what we need. I guess we just got to shoot for the bare minimum, because if nothing else is probably possible. I think that's how I'm feeling. Like, I'm feeling like we got to shoot for the bare minimum. We got to shoot for the hope. I'm not even talking about cops killing people at this point. None of that matters. Like, we don't love black people, or don't even have we can't even love ourselves. Like, we don't have the right to love ourselves. Black people can't talk positively about other black people without someone coming and saying stop. And a good deal of the time, the person that's telling you to stop is going to be a black person themselves. So right now, I don't think we can get any negative thing that's happening to black people to stop, to be honest with you. I'm 100% losing faith in that shit. I got total faith in the Most High, but in human beings, I don't. And I just don't have any faith at all that black people are ever going to have the right to be able to even love other black people. I'm just losing my faith. I don't know what to tell you. Because all this black on black violence that people love to talk about, that's not going nowhere until we start loving each other. But if we talk about loving each other, somebody is going to come and say, wait, stop. You can't talk about black people loving each other, loving other black people. You have to talk about all people loving all people. When that's not an issue. The issue is black people not loving other black people. That's the bigger issue for a black person. When you go into, I live in New York City, when you go into Dominican neighborhoods, Puerto Rican neighborhoods, just in the hood in general, you see people with their flags up on their windows, their flags on their terraces, their flags on their fire escapes. When I say flags, I mean like their country flags, the flags of their country. When you go through rural America, you see the American flag on people's porches, hanging from their doors. These people aren't ostracized. These people aren't made to feel like that's not a good thing to do. These people aren't told they gotta hang every flag if they hang the flag of their people. But whenever a black person talks positively about black people, they have to also make sure that every other person is mentioned. Like, people don't get the psychological, like, you don't get what that's like psychologically. Like, people don't get what that is, what that's doing. That's basically making the black person, basically saying you are nothing unless you're with everyone else. By yourself, you're nothing. But independently, all those other races of people, they're somebodies. But black people by themselves, you're nothing. I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna drop some articles today. I'm gonna do some videos. Dude, we can't even talk about us liking each other. We can't get nothing. How can we even get anything if we can't even talk about us? We can't even talk positively about each other. How can we get anything? We can't even talk positively about each other. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't talk positively. If you're a black man, you can't say, maybe I feel away. Maybe I feel away. Because I personally know how it feels to nobody could ever say anything nice about you unless they're complimenting somebody else and you just happen to get, you know, extra compliments off of that. You know, like when somebody say, oh man, you do that thing well, and then somebody else that don't got nothing to do with it say, oh weird, well this person taught him how to do that. Or somebody say, oh, you know, you dress nice, and then somebody else say, yeah, but this person showed them how to. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that person can't never have anything positive said about them unless somebody else benefits. You understand? Black people can't talk about anything positive about themselves unless somebody else benefits. This is the second day in a row. Last night and this morning, I was basically trying to talk about how black people we need to start loving ourselves and loving other black people. And for the second day in a row, I'm getting the impression like if you speak positively about black people, it's not a good thing. Second day in a row. That's crazy. And I don't even think the people mean any harm for the most part. I think that people are just so used to shooting down anybody talking positively about black people that at this point it's just second nature. It's just second nature. Somebody say something about a black person, the first thing that comes to somebody else's mind is all the buts. None of the ands. You know how many stories I pass up because it's just going to be just too much negativity? I pass negative stories up all the time. I pass up a lot of stories because it's just too negative and I don't want to deal with it. Senseless negativity. Pass them up all the time. I need to report on more positivity. But I can't even have a positive conversation. Anyway, salute to all of you guys. For the foreseeable future, we're not going to be saying the outro. Of course, I'm not going to fake it. I'm not going to say the outro. Maybe the outro comes back a month, 2 months, maybe never. But, on our live broadcast, we're not saying the outro no more. We probably need to. This probably needs to go the way of the dinosaur for me. Be honest with you. Anyway, I'm out. Everybody enjoy your day.